All right, Shalom. I'd like to start up saying, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harikak Wadash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and my elder Herwan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth to sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Khanaksan Ban Yashar from the Lions in the Yashar camp. And this one is going to be like a not necessarily a spiritual hydration. I had a conversation with an individual, and long story short, the question was like, how is Esau ruling everything, right? And and I was explaining to them that it's funny because we kind of touched over it at camp last Saturday also, and I was explaining to them that it's set up to promote the Most High's will, it is what it is. It's like it's not nothing Esau did, or it's not nothing that for him to get what his judgment is, and it's not anything that we did for us to get the things that we're gonna get in the spirit. All right. Well, I mean, for us to be the children of the promise, it's just all the way how Yahweh by Shem Shai set it up. All right. And first one I want to get is, hold on, let me see if I can find this one real quick, but. Yeah, so it's just according to the Most High's plan. Yahweh by Shem Shai's plan, man. Um, all right, hold on. Let me find something real quick. Salakia. All right, I was in the right spot, but okay. Wait a minute. Okay, it's Proverbs, not Psalms. Salakia. This is Proverbs, chapter 16. Verse 4, it says, The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right. So that's basically why Esau was created. All right. That's just it. All men are made of the ground, and and the Lord being the potter, molding the clay to where he sees it best. And that's just to the nutshell. Basically, why Esau's in rulership, and the Lord's gonna have him in rulership till he returns. Okay. Let me get um let's get this real quick. This is Job 9:24. All right. Remember the wicked for the day of evil, right? In Job 9:24, it says, The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And who is that wicked? All right. So the Lord had gave, you know, um, gave, given a word over there to so they could spread darkness everywhere. That's the whole purpose of Esau. All right. So it says, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Right? How did they do that? Um, with the image of Cesare Borgia for one. Um, Knowing that the scriptures describe our Lord as looking like a so-called black man, right? But you know they have it set up to where it looks like them, you know. So why is that done? let's get this. This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men." All right. So if he's setting it up over the basis of men, who is that base man? That base man is Esau, right? So now we just read the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and it says, the most high ruleth in the kingdom of men. He set it up over it whoever he will. All right. So let's get one more before we go into explaining who Esau is. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:1. It says, "Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth." All right. Give ear to the rule. Give ear ye that rule the people, and glory in them, and glory in the multitude of the nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsel. So he's searching out the counsel, diligent search out the counsel of the wicked, right? Which is Esau, right? So that's exactly why he's set up for the day of evil to be punished and judged on the earth. All right. So let's go into the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, all right? And that was Esau's blessing. Let's get Genesis 27 and 27 and 38. All right, and it says, and Esau said unto his father, this is when Isaac blessed Jacob instead of Esau. All right, it said, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. All right, and it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, the increase, all right, and of the dew of heaven from above. All right. And said, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when you shall have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that's what they did when they broke the treaties. All right. So now from that point on, Esau wanted to slay his brother Jacob, and he still wants to this day for him not getting the blessing. All right. But he was going to get the blessing to gain the whole earth. And how was he going to gain it? Through the sword. All right. And that was the blessing that was given unto him by his father Isaac. All right. So now that great sword, right? Let's get Revelations real quick. Revelation 6 and 4. This is Revelation 6 and 4, and it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and they that should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword, right? All right, so now that's talking about Esau, right? And them coming into power. Who was the first one? Alexander the Great, or well, they called him the Great, but he was great in wickedness. We'll get into that in a minute. Let's go to Job again. Job 30 and 5. All right, it says, all right, so now he set up over it the basis of men. All right, it says they were Job 30 and 5. It says they were driven from forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks. He's talking about Esau, man. All right. And so that's where they've been the dwelling place in in Petra, and they got that same mindset. Um, that's why you see concrete everywhere, man. They love concrete. They love dark places. They love, you know, that's the type of environment that they love, right? From there, let's go to I'm not gonna come back to this. No, let's go to Obadiah. All right, they dwell in the clefts of rocks. Right, it's Obadiah 1:1. It says, "The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord concerning Edom: We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen; thou art greatly despised." And we're just starting to see the whole world despise Esau, especially with America. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is on high, which saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's why, like the elder explained um, Saturday, that Esau lived up on a high plateau, all right, and they were physically set up on high, living in those rocks, and it was hard for people to get to them. So think about it, you know, and then he started getting lifted up in his mind, right? And he's saying, "Who shall bring us down?" They were thinking about that physically, and it spiritually happened to him. All right. Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." Right. So that the mindset of Esau has him puffed up. Right. He's mentally dwelling in a high place, thinking that he can't be brought down. But it's all a setup by Yahweh by Shem Shai that gave him that sword, that set Esau up to be ruling in the times to come, when the Lord shall return upon the earth. All right, all right. This is Daniel 2:21. It says, "He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding." So everything that happens on this earth, the Lord sets it up. All right. Even, let's go further down in this chapter, even the statue of Nebuchadnezzar, when Nebuchadnezzar had that dream. All right. And Daniel was able to interpret it. And it was just basically stating that, who's going to be risen up in the last days. All right. It says, Daniel 2:36, it says, "This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king." Right. So Daniel was explaining, like, it's Yahweh by Shem Shai that does all these things, rises kings up, sets kings down, and give his wisdom, because he was explaining that's where he got the interpretation of the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, which nobody else can interpret. All right. It says, 38, it says, "And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven hath he given unto thine hand, and made thee ruler over all of them." He was talking to Nebuchadnezzar. All right. It says, "Thou art this head of gold," in reference to the statue of Nebuchadnezzar. So the top part was the head of gold, was talking about Babylon. Right. All right. It says, after these shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over the earth." Right, bear rule over the earth, and that what the ones that took Nebuchadnezzar down, took Babylon down, was Persia. And then you had the Medo-Persian Empire, right? And from there, what do you have? The brass is talking about Greece, right, and Alexander. Right. So going back to that red horse in Revelations, right? It says, this is Revelation 64 again. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that he should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." All right. So that was the start of their rulership when Greece started ruling. All right. All right, it says, "And after these shall another kingdom rise up inferior to thee." This is Daniel 12:2-39 again. It says, "After these shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and give and a third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over the earth. So the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, right? And in verse 40 it says, do I come back? Oh, might as well. It says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh in all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. All right. All right. So now it says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and the toes part of potter's clay, part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it the strength of the iron, for as much as thou saw the iron mixed with clay. So that's going in the Roman Empire, right? It says, as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. All right, so this is going into the Roman Empire rulership, going into the creation of the 10 common markets, and Rome being revised over again, and that's what's going to be the end of this thing when Yahushua shows up. So it just shows Esau in rulership when Yahushua rose up when Yahushua comes to establish his kingdom, taking them at the feet. All right. So let's go to First Maccabees. First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it says, and it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, the king of Persia. All right. All right, and this happened around 331 BC. If I'm not mistaken, 333 to 331, around that time period. And he says, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth. And then this conquering quest they didn't even have the unction to understand that the Lord was doing it to their own demise. He was setting them up to be ruling when he returns, and for them to be ultimately destroyed, man. That's ultimately the purpose of Esau, for the day of evil. That's why he was created, right? It says, and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. There goes that haughty mindset again. And he gathered a mighty strong host over the countries, right? It says, and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him, right? And after these he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdoms while he was yet alive. All right. So, but the ones that it was parted to was Cassander, Ptolemy, Seleucus, and Lysimachus. All right. That's where you're going into the Diadochi. All right. Then it says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. Many years and evils were multiplied upon the earth, because they were given a great sword to take peace away from the earth, man. All right. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, the son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks, right? Of the Greeks. Now this is going into the Maccabean revolt, right? Because Antiochus put hell on us, man. He put purity hell on us. And now you're going to get into the Greco-Roman Empire. Then they're going to turn into Rome. And then now you see America, So Esau was set up to be ruling when the Lord shows up, man. And that wicked root, right? Antiochus Epiphanes, then for then you had the Diadochi, then you had the triumvirate in Rome, right? And this was all set up to Esau's demise. So this is the real reason why Esau is in rulership right now, because the Lord setting them up. Why? To be destroyed. All right, so let's go get a couple more scriptures to close it out. Let's go to uh Second Ezra chapter 6. The Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. And it says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Like right. So when is going to be the end of this rulership and the beginning of the kingdom of Israel under Yahweh Shai? All right. Verse 8, it said, And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, from Jacob and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. All right. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So no matter how many times, no matter how this devil is trying to get that birthright, we were rumbling in the womb, and he was trying to come out first. And so, because technically the firstborn is supposed to receive the blessing. That's why Isaac was going to bless Esau instead of Jacob. But divine intervention happened from the mother, from Rebecca. All right. So now, even so, that birthright went to the rightful heir, which was Jacob in the beginning. All right. And that's what was told to Rebecca. All right. He says, right. So it says Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So, understanding that, like I was stating before, it wasn't necessarily anything that we did to be the children of the promise, and there's nothing necessarily that Esau did to be the children of the wicked. It's just how the Most High set it up. It's his, it's his movie. We're just actors playing our part. Like the scripture says, our life is like a story that was told. Roughly paraphrasing. This is Romans 9:11. It says, For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So it's not really about our works. It's about the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua not returned and void. It said, It was said unto her, The elder shall serve the younger. See, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Right. So the Lord had to create an adversary, and Esau is a physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. And what does Satan mean? Adversary. Okay. So the Lord hates Esau. Verse 14, it says, What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. For he saith to Moses, I have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai that shows mercy. It says, For the scriptures say, this is the point, for the scriptures say unto Pharaoh, Even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout the earth. That's the point. That's the whole purpose of Esau being in rulership right now, man. And and King David prophesied about the downfall of Esau. The rise and the downfall of Esau, because during that time Esau wasn't a mighty man. King David and Solomon had them in subjection. All right, but this is a psalm that King David wrote. It says, this is Psalms 52:1. It says, Why boast thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of Yahweh endureth continually. It doesn't matter how much he runs rampant throughout the earth, even from the time of the beginning with Cain. But you know what I'm saying? But the goodness of Yahweh going to endure continually, man. It's going to destroy this devil. It says, Thy tongue devises mischief like a sharp razor working deceitfully. Thou lovest evil more than good, like where earth was given over to the hand of the wicked. And lying rather than to speak righteousness. The scripture says that life and death were in the power of the tongue, right? and his tongue is like sharp swords, daggers, like devouring. Right? It says, "Thou lovest devouring words." Looks like 52 and 3 says, "Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness, Selah. Thou lovest all devouring words, and thou, O thou deceitful tongue." It says, "Yahweh shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living, Selah." They ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be in our land. They ain't gonna be in no land eventually. It says, the righteousness also shall see and fear. The righteous, Slackers, shall also see and fear and shall laugh at him. All right. "Lo, this is the man that made not Yahweh his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness." Like, cause when King David was writing this, Esau was in a low state. All right. But this was a prophecy of what was going to happen in the end times. Verse 8, it says, "But I am like a green olive tree in the house of Yahweh. I trust in the mercy of Yahweh forever and ever." And that's the elect. All right. Even though no matter how much wickedness this devil is doing, right, we're still standing firm in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 9, it says, "I will praise thee forever because thou hast done it, and I will wait on thy name, for it is good for thy saints." Right. And that's just the point. So we're waiting on Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai to take this devil down. Right. And by him even being set up, ruling right now, it shows the existence of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because it was spoken in the beginning before it even happened. And it was said that they would not even be aware of what's to come, man. All right. So that's basically it. Why Esau's in rulership is all for the purpose of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and serve this purpose. With that, I like Sekah Halayim, like Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harikah Quadash, my mouth. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone of my elder hero one as well. Salutation to the Akim that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Shai. Shalom.